Welcome to episode 10 of the Part-Time Players podcast. My name is Reece and I'm with my usual, traveling, gallivanting, great co-host. I've hyped you up now. This better be a good intro.
Okay.
Brad, how you doing today, Brad?
Yeah, I'm good, thanks. I wouldn't say I'm traveling and gallivanting.
No, you're the gallivanting. You're the traveler. No.
Yes. No. Well, traveling, within of your own country, because if you can't really leave. Because if you do leave, you have to quarantine.
Oh, yeah, you've been travelling responsibly.
Yeah, I've been travelling responsibly, yeah. So, yes, no. But, I'm good, thanks. I was, our UK listeners will probably know that we was in the middle of I don't know if it was all over the country, but we was in the middle of a pretty severe heat wave for like a week. So I'm just glad that's over, if I'm honest with you.
Same, yeah. Although I read today that, I don't know, I think we hit like records, like the world record, like heat. And it was in the Death Valley, and it was like 54 degrees or something mental. Yeah, and it's just like, I know we were moaning about 30 something.
Yeah,
so imagine being in 54 degrees.
I think I read somewhere as well once that a lot of the homes over here, obviously in the UK, were built to be warm. They're built to keep warmth in because it's never been hot.
Very insulated.
So because now we're getting hotter and hotter every year, it seems. They're really hard to cool down. So they trap the heat all during the day and it just stays there. So it's luckily I was in a hotel room for a couple of nights of aircon, so that helped. But
that's really good.
The London area, I don't know if it was like up north, but the London area was just it was like 33.
No, it's unbearable. It was unbearable.
Yeah, it's just nasty. But we're back to storms and thunderstorms and floods.
But I don't know for the listeners, I'm showing the thermostat. It's still 26 degrees.
Oh, is it? Yeah. See, but I think because
it's really hot still, like here.
Yeah, because it's been so hot. Like 26 seems nice now. So, where I am is 21. So, yeah.
I'm not talking about the weather outside. Like the weather outside, it might be like 80. I'm talking about how well insulated it is.
Your place, exactly.
The windows, I've got like big windows, and the sun beams in, and it just heats up. Like a day like today, where it's been pretty much grey, rainy. If there's any sort of sun,
that's it. Yeah,
it's like a green. It's just hot.
We you saw our old place because we had that glass conservatory. Used to get in, and the house used to be quite cool. But as soon as you open that conservatory door, where the heat had been in there all day, that's it. It just warmed the whole house. We left some candles in the conservatory once. We come home from work, and there was just a puddle. They'd melted.
Oh, really?
It's just destroyed. So, but I'm good. Thanks. Just to say, glad the heat wave's off. But what about yourself? Should I talk about my look? I got on out there. I went away for a weekend.
Yeah, tell me what happened.
Yeah, nothing exciting like that. You made it out. To be honest, we just went to.
I've overhyped it, have I?
Yeah, we went to the south.
Like Fast and Furious movies that gets really hyped and then ends up being really shit.
Yeah, no, yeah, it was the Fast and Furious of holidays.
Transformers.
We just went down to the southwest, so Devon. So
a
little break there. Not really a lot to tell. Really, it's just kind of. It was really busy. We never usually go there during the summer holidays, and because a lot more people are having breaks in the UK,
it was really busy.
It was just so busy. There's nowhere to park. Couldn't get in anywhere, but yeah, it was. As I say, it was good. It was a really good, nice little break, a well needed break. If I'm honest,
good.
Yeah, it's a lovely part of the country, Devon.
No, it is. Yeah, definitely. I don't think I've been to Devon. No, I have been to Devon. It's Cornwall I haven't been to. One I haven't been to, and I think I've been to Devon, but I've not been to Cornwall.
I went to Cornwall a lot when I was a kid, but I haven't been there in years. But lovely part of the of the
UK.
Country.
Yeah.
I don't know if you've got any listeners down there. Let us know. Shout out to it would be nice actually because I can see that we've got some UK listeners, obviously, and it would be nice to know where people are listening from.
It's just the one,
Yeah, listener.
That's me. I'm just the one UK listener.
Yeah, I know where you're from, so that's it.
Okay.
Yeah, but what about yourself? What have you been up to? Because we didn't record. It's been a couple of weeks since we recorded. I know, the listeners.
I know we normally I know.
But yeah, it's been
We've gone from recording like in a couple of days where kind of the updates was no real update between what's happened, and it's been a couple of weeks. But nothing really new. Just settled in my new place now. I've had loads of issues with deliveries. I've seemed to be on the phone with either some kind of carrier every night for some issue of why they can't deliver my parcel, and they've lost it, or they've delivered it, or they left it in somebody's front porch apparently, and they're saying it's in my porch. It's like, it's not. I'm there right now, but yet Royal Mail can deliver, and DPD.
I told you, it's because you've got you've got one of those weird addresses. That's why. It's annoying addresses, but it's a new build, so hopefully it updates itself after a while. I went on Google Maps to see if it's on there or Apple Maps or whatever, and it wasn't. And it was like, oh, how do you update, add it to Google Maps? And you got to put in there's an error, or you want to report something, and then you put on the pin where the building is, and then you put in your address and postcode, and you send it to them to check. So I did that both on Google Maps and Apple Maps. So hopefully that will help out. It does update, but you just think, I don't know, Royal Mail or whatever would just update it. I don't know. I've heard that before. There's so many new building developments going on that they just can't keep up with all the new postcodes, and like you say, it's just kind of it's like a void where stuff just doesn't get delivered. I need to post you something in the next few days. So what you're trying to say is you're not going to get it. Is that what you're...
I am going to get it because you're going to post it by Royal Mail.
Normal
post works.
Okay, normal mail. Okay, cool.
Normal post works.
Yeah.
DPD for some reason are fine. Everybody else, shit.
Yeah. Okay. What about Amazon? Are they right delivering it? Can they do it?
No. No. I actually got these I got a parcel from a week ago, and I saw the guy down the road because I obviously recognised the Amazon van. And thankfully I noticed him, and he was so he was actually found the area, but he was on the other side of the road trying to knock on someone's random door, and he was
so you had to chase him, go down there and chase him.
I went down there and I chased him down the road. He was running away from me. It was all sorts of carnage.
Well, at least if you get the same delivery driver again, he'll know where to go. So.
You would think so. Hopefully, but I didn't risk it. I got this. What do you want to call it? A filter for my
pop filter.
Pop filter for my mic, and it came in new fashion Free Princess fashion leggings bag. It's like a pink bag, so I thought I wouldn't risk it. I'll get it delivered at work. And it just comes in this thing. So maybe people at work now think I'm some kind of weird cross-dresser or something.
Maybe you just got a poncho leggings.
I'm not saying that's weird, each to your own, but it's a bit weird to me. But
no, it's that is odd. You order, if you order something, you got it from Amazon, you say as well.
Yep, Amazon.
So it's obviously an independent seller, but they've just thought, oh fuck it, that'll do. That whatever package this is, that'll do. I'll just send it.
Just thought, this will do. It's pink, it's sealed. Wanted to get rid of this.
It's odd, isn't it? But no, it's fine. Well, at least you got it. It's the main thing.
The right product. That's the main thing.
Yeah. But
anyway,
it's
on what? Go on.
I was going to say, it's just since we recorded, there's been a lot of news. So get ready for a news.
There is a list of news. Breaking news. We said the week that we don't do this, there's going to be a lot of stuff.
Oh yeah, you actually texted me while I was driving down to Devon. I wasn't driving, by the way. When I was, and you text me over about the DC FanDOME thing, and I was like, I told you it happened. Yeah, I told you it happened when we weren't going to record. So
which I'm very excited for. It's one of the most hype.
Yeah. Well, do you want to start? Do you want to start there then? If we've already kind of segued into it, so
yeah, go for it. Go on. Have you got?
Yeah, there's going to be some DC FanDOME thing. All right, next on the list is it's So is it FanDOME? Is that
FanDOME? I would say FanDOME.
Okay, so I'll put an extra E on my notes. I don't know why. I'll put FanDOME as in their fans are in a dome. Right?
What's that this program called where the people are stuck in a dome and they've got to get out?
Under the Dome.
Under the Dome.
Yeah, or the Dome. Yeah.
But you're a DC fan. That's what it is.
Yeah. So it's the 22nd of August, which is Saturday.
Yep.
And it's showcasing. The main reason we're excited for it is I don't think it's gonna show a lot, but they're gonna announce that Rocksteady's new game is Suicide Squad. and the picture that they released with it was they had the Suicide Squad logo, like kind of like a target on Superman. But a lot of people have also said it might not be Superman.
It's definitely Superman.
It could be Bizarro. So
yeah, I've heard that theory.
Yeah,
it is not. It is Superman.
So it might be.
It's even called. I think they extended the name. I think it's called Suicide Squad: Kill the Justice League. That is the actual title.
Oh, right, okay.
So the fact that he's got a target, it has to be Superman, surely.
Yeah.
If it turns out not to be Superman in the game, maybe not. Maybe he's been, I don't know, some kind of mind control. I know there is a few DC characters that can do that. Yeah.
Red Kryptonite sends him bad, I think.
Maybe.
Yeah. So, that looks good. It's going to be interesting. What I would say, I doubt they're going to have a lot of like a trailer and that. I don't think for it. But then again, you don't know how long they've been working on it. So
they've been working on it for ages. Which is when did Arkham Knight come out?
2014, 15.
15?
Same year as
5 years. They've been working on this for 5 years. It's a long time.
Yeah. Well,
and we're only getting a tease, by the way.
Yeah.
This is a tease. This coming out this year.
Yeah.
Like, you got to think, it's 2 years away?
Yeah.
Comes next year at the most.
Yeah.
So we're talking at least development time, 6, 7? I think this game is I don't think this is going to be like a normal Arkham game. I think this is going to be some kind of, I know you're not going to be happy with it, but something similar to what Avengers is.
Yeah,
I've kind of multiplayer
thing,
because of just how long this development cycle is. It seems like it could be something a little bit more.
I just wish games would stop doing that. If I'm honest, for me, I don't particularly enjoy them, and I don't know. I get more enjoyment out of a single player game than I would like a game as a service. So, but we'll wait and see. We'll have
I think it depends on the quality of the game.
Yeah.
I would say, I would leave it for later because obviously that's one of the segments is about talking about the Avengers BETA. But there's elements of it that I really like, and I like that it's multiplayer. And there's certain parts where I'm just kind of like, I wish you took it a little bit further, and then just like a Spider-Man, someone like Spider-Man type game. But it's something a bit different. And when you have got Spider-Man already as a game, or I don't know, other games where you play as a superhero as like a single player, and then you got these other things, it makes it a bit more diverse because I think the other game that's going to be revealed, or it will be revealed, is Montreal, like WB Montreal's game is going to be revealed there as well.
Yeah, I've got that.
All the rumours are pointing that it's going to be Court of Owls, Batman.
Yeah, that'd be good.
So we are going to get the single player Batman game.
Yeah.
So you're getting a bit of both. Do you know what I mean? So
I get why they would do it as like a service one, because obviously if are you going to be playing as multiple members of the Suicide Squad, and how they approach it. It's just me personally. I don't usually go in for games like that.
Yeah.
But yeah, well,
if it's a similar thing, because once again I'm going to cross over, but a bit like Division. Obviously, me and you played Division. That was Division a lot by yourself. That is that type of game, but you can play it so much by yourself.
Yeah.
And then it's not until you get to the end game, that's when it becomes a bit more multiplayer.
But
if there's enough of a game as like a single player thing that you can then jump in with a friend every now and again, but most of the time you play by yourself.
If
it's like that, then I'm quite happy with that. And that's exactly what I see Avengers as. It's a very much game you can do by yourself, but every now and again, if at a weekend, like you wanting to play or another friend wanting to play, we could jump in and play as like a team. But then if the end game starts to become a bit multiplayer and I don't really want to do that and I jump out after like a month or two, I kind of feel like I've got my money's worth because I've enjoyed myself for that month. Do you know what I mean? It's like, it doesn't bother me, but
it's good. It's a good point for Division. Yeah, I say, it was, play on your own, and it was fun when you jumped in with each other. So, and don't get me wrong, I like co-op games. I used to play, the Gears games co-op and Halo co-op. So, played a lot of games that co-op, but I'm excited for that, and also not only games. I think they're going to show a trailer for the Batman as well, aren't they? The new film.
Yeah.
So
I'm excited
for that as well. It should be a good. It should be a good good conference, really.
Should be Snyder Cut as well. You looking forward to seeing the Snyder Cut?
I wouldn't go out my way to watch it if I'm honest with you. I don't really care anymore. about that.
No?
I waited. I saw that film at midnight. I went to a midnight screening, and I didn't get out till like 3 o'clock in the morning. It was just such a disappointment. And then the Suicide Squad film was even worse.
Wasn't it all the ones prior to the Justice League a warning that it wasn't going to be very good?
I liked Man of Steel. I thought Man of Steel was good.
Okay, yeah, agreed.
And obviously, yeah.
I thought it wasn't very warm on any of them. I thought you didn't like any of the DC movies.
Sorry, I got confused. I went to see a midnight screening of Batman vs Superman, which was terrible. And then Justice League, I didn't even bother seeing it at the cinema. I think I waited till it was on TV, and then I watched it, and I was just like, it was just crap. It was absolute crap. So yeah, the Snyder Cut apparently is supposed to be better, but they might have the Green Lantern in it, and so that's
apparently it's going to be like maybe 3-4 hours.
Yeah, it's weird, isn't it?
Like, I'm going to watch it. I'm not like, if it's 4 hours long, I'm not going to lie, I will probably still watch it. I don't know how we're going to be able to watch it because it's going to be in HBO Max.
Yeah, I know. There's a few things.
American service. So
there's a film with Seth Rogen called The American Pickle on a watch, but that's HBO Max as well. But it gets advertised over here, and I'm like, well, how do we get? We can't get HBO Max, so I don't really know how to.
How do you do it legally?
How to do it? Yeah. So.
Yeah. iTunes, is it an iTunes purchase, or can you not?
Maybe, yeah, might be, or yeah. But I know sometimes when they was doing the films were coming straight out to stream instead of going to the cinema. Obviously in America there was a few different platforms, but over here it was Sky. You could get it through Sky. So maybe something along those lines, because HBO all the HBO stuff goes onto Sky Atlantic, doesn't it? So maybe that's where I don't know, maybe it will be something to do with Sky. So not really.
Maybe. Although Disney recently did that, didn't they, with Mulan? No, it was going to come out in the cinema during the pandemic. Yeah. And they decided just to release it on Disney Plus for $30.
It's on Disney Plus, but you got to pay as well, didn't you? Yeah, so it's not included in your subscription. You still have to pay extra to download it.
Would you? I've heard mixed things on that. What's your opinion on that?
I've never seen Mulan, the animated one. And I don't really watch a lot of Disney films, so I'm not going to go in for it.
Not for you, but as a premise, like if they did it with Black Widow, which is another one that should have been released, say if it's £30 on Disney Plus, Black Widow, are you paying to watch that?
Not £30, because when with the pandemic first started, I was going to go see the Invisible Man, and obviously the cinema was shut, and Sky had it on like to rent, and I think it was £15, and I was like, that's fair enough, like £15 to rent it, because that's what what the cinema would be anyway, so that was fine, and I had no qualms in just paying that, renting it and watching it, and it was a pretty good film. But I think 30 is a bit, and I know you can keep it, but how much are you gonna watch? I suppose it's good if you got like it all depends where you are. If you can have people round, so if you made got a few of your mates round, and had made a night of it, which you
split the cost or whatever. Or
if you
got family, cinema's quite expensive. You got family like mum, dad, 2-3 children. Yeah, that's a lot more than £30. And you got popcorn, food.
Well, exactly. Yeah, that's good. Yeah, if you've got like a family all want to see it, then £30 is probably a good investment. Yeah, especially as you get to keep it. But for me, like even if it is a film that I want to see, like you say, like Black Widow, I wouldn't pay £30 just for me, because it would only be me watching it. So exactly, if it was like half of that, £15, but Saturday night.
Go across all profiles?
No, I think it's only the one profile that you're. Yeah, so if I bought it in my profile, that's it. That's the only one.
Okay.
Because talking to Disney Plus, I actually got rid of it. I've only got it now because the company, like the mobile phone company I'm with, said, you can have 6 months free, and I was like, oh, that's sweet.
Okay.
But otherwise I wouldn't have it anymore because I just don't watch it. But
sure.
Yeah, it's.
Could you not redeem that 6 months a little bit later when there is something that you want to watch?
The Mandalorian comes out late. It comes out in like October, doesn't it? I think.
Is it still? Because they never confirmed it, so is it going to be pushed?
Well, they'd completed it, so they'd done it, I think, before the pandemic, before everything got shut down. So that should still be coming at the same time. So this will take me over to like the new year anyway. So it should be, it should be all right.
Get any Marvel shows still this year? Or they've been
well, I think they've been pushed because Falcon and Winter Soldier are supposed to come out in August. But obviously, like this month, but it's obviously they haven't. So yeah, they've been pushed.
Is there any news about that? I'm not seeing anything.
I've not seen anything. No,
it's been very quiet.
Yeah, but it's I wouldn't. This is the new normal, I think. So
it is the new normal. Yeah.
They're advertising that new Christopher Nolan film coming out at the cinema. That's coming out.
I've seen that. Yeah, it looks interesting.
I might actually go. I might go and see that. Actually, go brave the cinema and watch it. Yeah. Yes.
I would probably prefer to watch it at home than go to the cinema. But yeah.
No, you have to wear a mask in the cinema now, don't you? So, but it's the social distance. I think we just got to get used to it now.
Can you when you're eating? You
can. Don't have to wear your mask when you're eating, but if you're not eating or drinking
all the
anymore,
way through, it's fine.
Yeah, you have to. Yeah, I just slowly graze. So but obviously, people ain't going to do it. If people are going to walk in there with no masks on, it's just like the same.
You're all shut down in the dark. I don't think anybody's really complying by them kind of rules. But
but
we'll see.
Yes. If I do go to the cinema,
for DC though, super hyped for that.
Okay.
Can't wait.
I'm
really glad that they did the segment things because I was a little bit worried that we would have to watch this whole event and we wouldn't know when the thing is. But I'm so glad they did the little timestamps.
Yeah.
The unfortunate thing for one of them, I don't know if it's the Rocksteady. I think the Rocksteady one's okay. I think it's the WB one. I think it's like 1 o'clock in the morning.
Oh, okay.
It might be the Rocksteady one. Where everyone's second is like Sunday 1 p.m, like 1 a.m. UK time. So it's like
I will most likely watch them the next day. So it's I'm looking forward to that. And if I do go to the cinema to watch that film, I'll give you an update on the podcast, just let you know what cinemas are like in the in the new world. So
in the apocalypse.
What other news we got? This is the quick one. Fall Guys they sold 2 million copies on Steam in a week. I know a lot of people like that. It's kind of like a Total Wipeout Battle Royale.
Total Wipeout, yeah. I was talking about that. No one knew what I was talking about when I said that.
It's. I haven't played it. I've added it to my library on my PlayStation 4.
I downloaded it today, actually, funny enough.
Yeah, I haven't got around to playing it yet. But I've heard some mixed things. Some people say it's really good and fun, and other people say it's just a bit boring. Like the controls are unresponsive, and it's just not fun, if you know what I mean. So it's kind of, so
I've not heard any negativity other than servers, which is understandable because it's an indie game, but I've never heard anybody moan about the gameplay. It's generally, I've heard, just real positive. Okay. Another negative I've heard is apparently the platinum is like basically impossible because there's a gold trophy where you got to win 5 games in a row, and it's really difficult to even win 1 game.
That seems a bit harsh.
5, it is like people are like that one can go fuck itself. That's one of the ones where you're not getting a platinum for this game.
Well, as you know, I'm talking about hard trophies to get to platinum a game. I'm still waiting for someone to let me know how to get that fucking trophy on Fallout. So
it's not happening, mate. You're gonna have to YouTube it or something.
I have YouTube. I've YouTubed it so many times, and it doesn't. Yeah,
there must be a way.
It's ridiculous, and it still annoys me now, as you can probably tell. Really? But because I've platinumed. I've platinumed Fallout 3 twice. I've done Skyrim. I never done Vegas because there was gambling ones, and I'm not very good at playing gambling games. Don't worry, I call them gambling games. That probably tells you how well. I'm just not very good at it. If I play poker, I kind of just blag. So, and I'm really good at blagging because I don't know what I'm doing, so people can't read me because I'm I'm all in.
They think you're playing ignorant, but you're actually just dumb.
Yeah, I'm just thick. Yeah. So I never done it. But it would be nice to platinum Fallout 4. But Fall Guys. Maybe we'll have a game of it before next week's episode.
Definitely, I've downloaded it today. So download it, and we'll definitely have a game. I think it's doing really well on PlayStation as well. I can't remember what the numbers were, but I think they got released. I think it's in like 2.5 million or 2.6, something like that. I've heard. So I'm not surprised that the servers are having massive problems because
and the other we don't usually mention it, but just because we're talking about Fall Guys, the other free game on PlayStation Plus this month is Modern Warfare 2 Remastered Campaign, which I've downloaded as well. So
I don't know if there's a thing with Activision, but whenever I've done the Call of Duty, because there have been a few Call of Duties recently in the monthly games, and both times when I went to add them to my library, there wasn't an option to add it to the library. It just
downloads, so I couldn't add mine to the library.
The only ones that do it. I was like, that's crafty. Is that some kind of clause? It's like, instantly downloads onto my PlayStation. Like, I didn't want to download it. I just went so I just press it, and then I cancel the download straight away.
I'll just let mine run out, so it's actually installed on my PlayStation now. So I've got a little nifty 2 terabyte extended hard drive on my PlayStation. So
which is useless because you only buy discs.
Yeah, no. Well, I buy games when they're on sale on PSN. So
okay.
It's,
Disc man.
Well, my PS4 only had a 500 gigabyte hard drive. So it was getting full really quick. So I thought I'll just grab. I don't know what make it is. What make it is? Seagate 2 terabyte.
Sega Mega Drive.
But yeah, what other news is there? Because we've got quite a lot. So you just take your pick. What one you want to go with?
I don't know. Let's pick. So yeah, you said earlier on about Apple getting in fights with. With a few people. They've been in the news a couple of times for bad reasons. One was with Microsoft, so I believe they cut XCloud testing.
Yeah, well, we could leave that to the main topic, I think, that one, because it kind of like...
Yeah, you think that's applicable? Okay, fair enough.
Yeah.
So we'll go on to the Fortnite one. So I believe Epic, to be exact, not Fortnite, but basically Epic did some kind of backway entrance into their app on iOS devices and basically created another payment system to bypass Apple's 30% kind of fees by going through their app store.
Yep.
Somehow they did this without even updating the app, which I think was so like fucking crafted. It's so planned out.
Yeah.
You have to go through like confirming, like testing with Apple before an app gets updated. You know, you see the developer notes. They actually get like approved by Apple first. So they did it all without an update. They put this thing, and then I think they made it cheaper as well. So it's like $9.99 if you go through the App Store, but it's $7.99 if you do it directly for them. So it was a real like punch in Apple, and they knew what Apple would do. You've broken the laws.
As well.
They did it with Google as well. So obviously, Apple then removes the Fortnite app completely from iOS devices, and then Epic decides to sue them because they said they're a monopoly or something. They said they were
they've got a monopoly on it. Yeah, so
which I kind of think, okay, maybe I'm a little bit biased being an Apple fan, but I'm kind of like, is it really a monopoly? It's their devices and their app store. Surely they are the ones that are the gatekeepers, no?
I think
PlayStation and Xbox are the same.
When we talk about it later on as well, when we bring up in the main topic, Apple seems to be getting more and more isolated. It seems like they're getting more and more isolated, and they've got their own little ecosystem. A little bubble.
I won't say it's little.
But it's just kind of
2020 iPad Pro.
Yeah, well, yeah, I'm an Apple fan. I've got no Apple stuff anyway, but yeah, they're basically Apple and Google have taken it off because they don't get their cut no more, do they? That's why they're not getting their I think it's like 30%. So because Epic's done that, and then it's brought it to the limelight that Apple and Google were kind of like, well,
which is you're not going on Microsoft, Nintendo, and Sony charge. So all the consoles, if they do the same transactions through the PS Store, or whatever, Xbox Store, whatever it's called, and then the Nintendo Store, the eShop, it's still 30%.
Yeah, don't get me wrong. Like, I'm not necessarily on the side of Google because they're all Google, Apple, or Epic because they're all companies worth billions. So, in the grand scheme of things, they're all just like super rich companies just trying to get richer off the back of the others, and it's just kind of like, hey, all right, go for it.
It's just corporate greed.
I don't play Fortnite and I certainly wouldn't play it on a mobile device anyway. But the thing later on, what we're going to talk about in the main topic, is a bit annoying. what can I say? Billionaires just want to be, billionaires are just trying to become trillionaires. So that's, they're just going to do what they're going to do in it. But it'd be interesting to see what kind of, I say it'd be interesting. It won't be interesting. It sounds really boring. But yeah, what happens when they do go to court, So
I don't think you'll ever go that far. I think there's going to be some back office deal. It's never going to be public. Next thing you know, all the public will know is that Fortnite app will just appear randomly, just one day. It'll just be back on the App Store, and no one will ever know why.
Yeah,
and it's probably because Apple were like, "Fine, we won't do 30%. You will do 20 or 15."
Yeah,
it'll just go. We'll lower the percentage slightly. Will you going to come?
You'll
back?
still be making millions. We'll be making millions.
Yeah,
everyone's making millions.
Probably.
Yeah. But that was a big one this week. And as I say, there's another kind of topic in there, but we'll bring that up in the main part of the show.
Side,
So I've got another bit of news which I'm interested in, is that there's a strong indication that Mass Effect Remaster is coming, and it may be released in October. So apparently there was a picture put on Twitter of a release lineup list, as some people were saying it's fake, but then someone in the UK apparently was able to pre-order it through the game website. So the game is a retailer over here, obviously. People who don't live over here. And they was able to pre-order it and pay for it, and they got a receipt, and they showed on the app, they showed that they done it. They got the pre-order. Since then, other people tried to do it. You can't get it. And apparently it says that the release date is 30th of October, which is a Friday, which is when games generally get released over here. Sure. And there's a lot more like merchandise coming out. There's a new art book getting released. So, all this, all this stuff coming up. So, and BioWare did say they've got another remaster they're going to announce before March that's going to come out before March next year. So it's an unannounced remaster that they're going to release. So it's looking like it is going to be a Mass Effect remaster, which I've played them all numerous times, but I will buy it again because that's the kind of person I am. So
I don't know. I mean,
I love games where you can fuck blue aliens. That's what I'm saying. Just that's.
You really want this, so it's kind of it's real because you really want it. I want it as well because I've never played a Mass Effect, and I would like to know what I'm missing. I would definitely really like to play it. A bit like why I'm really excited for the Mafia remake because I never played it, and it looks good and it's a really good. So I'm not saying Mass Effect 2 and Mafia are at the same level. Obviously, Mass Effect is kind of considered one of the best games of all time, isn't it?
Mass Effect 2 is possibly my favourite game of all time. It's so
exactly, yeah. I've heard all those people say that, so I'm definitely intrigued. However, my big dent in the whole thing is that we had EA Play 2 months ago, which was a very poor EA Play. When we said, why are they even doing this? You have nothing to show. Surely one of the best things they could have shown, which would have stole the headlines, was to reveal this.
Mass Effect.
Why was that not there? That indicates that it's not real because it had to be there.
Yeah, I get what you mean, and I'll get my hopes up for it. And all the evidence is pointing towards it being Mass Effect. But then they'll probably just come out and be like, Dragon Age remaster, something like that. So it's I'm really
even
hoping
that it would have been at EA Play.
Yeah,
when does Squadrons come out? Is that October?
October. Yeah. So
are they going to release 2 games within a couple of weeks of each other?
Potentially. I don't know. Make like I don't know. Are the customer bases different to Mass Effect and Star Wars Squadrons? It's they. I think a lot of people who like the original Mass Effects will go out like me, will go out and buy it again. So
yeah. I'm not saying it doesn't have its audience, but I just feel like it had to be at EA Play.
Yeah.
Surely someone at EA must know what they're doing, though.
Again, and if it is coming out, how are they going to release it? Are they going to announce it? Sorry, are they going to be like, how are they going to do it? Because EA haven't got any other
ones. Sorry to cut you up there. They're the only ones that I remember. Because Ubisoft did it, and I think obviously PlayStation, Xbox. At the end of all their conferences, they always say we've got more to show. There's going to be another one.
Yeah.
They're the only ones that never said they had more. Like, there's not going to be another EA Play later in the year. That was it. That's all they had to show. They didn't show anything big. Like, the DICE wasn't there. I remember it was just like really strange. Like, they ended with what? Was it Skate? Or they're bringing back Skate?
Yeah, Skate. Yeah, it was that one. I think.
It's like, surely you just end it with Mass Effect Remaster.
Well, the thing is, like you say, they didn't announce it then. DICE, like you said, then weren't there, and we still haven't heard anything about Call of Duty. So it's kind of
which is Activision. But
I know it's Activision, but it's still the same. It's usually they would have announced by now. So there's a few big gaps in the in the release schedules for a few games, but.
They've been teasing it though, Activision. Call of Duty has been teased, and I think they're going to do their own event. I don't think it's going to be with PlayStation. I don't think it's going to be with anybody. I think they're just going to do their own event. And I think it's going to be a little bit like, the Fallout 4 thing, where it gets revealed, it's coming in 2 months. And I think Call of Duty is probably one of the only games, other than maybe like FIFA. Like, FIFA could be announced 2 weeks before it comes out. And I don't think it really impacts sales that much. People that buy FIFA every year. And people that buy COD. They could literally announce it, be like, it's out in 3 weeks. There you go. I don't think it actually would affect their sales that much.
No. Yeah, it's got a very strong fan base. So like you say, they'll just buy it regardless.
And it's so recognizable, isn't it? It's like, even like people that are not fans, they go to the supermarket and they see Call of Duty on the label. They're like, oh, I've heard of this.
Yeah.
And I think people just pick it up. It sells like, 20, 30, maybe 40 million every one. It's a phenomenal seller. Every year, it's quite credible.
It's got they've had a few crappy ones come out. Don't think Call of Duty Ghosts did it very well, but
in terms of sales, I think it's still sold well though. Yeah, talking about selling numbers. I'm not Call of Duty fan. I couldn't tell you the quality. I'm not really a big fan of all of them, any of them.
My favorite.
There was one a few years ago where they didn't even have a campaign.
Yeah, and that was Advanced Warfighter, I think it was. Yeah.
Warfare or Warfighter?
Oh no, Black Ops 3. Sorry, Black Ops 3 didn't have a campaign. Okay. Advanced Warfighter or Warfare did have it. Had and Kit Harington from Game of Thrones was in it. So.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, I didn't play it. I just know. One of my favorite.
The ones on PS Plus recently.
No, you had.
That was World War II, wasn't it?
Yeah, World War II. The remaster of COD Modern Warfare 1, and then number 2. I think the one I put the most time in played online with my mates, dedicated a lot of time to was what was it? Black Ops 1. Call of Duty Black Ops 1 on the 360 online, when I did it on 360 online, was an amazing game. I loved it. I liked it every night. Every night I just played. Me and my mate Adam just constantly same stuff, but it was just so fun. I think that was the last one I actually bought and played a lot of, really. Did that have zombies? Are the Black Ops the ones with zombies? They did have zombies, I think it did, but I didn't really play zombies.
I played a bit of both.
My girlfriend's a big fan of the zombies. That's why she's gone out with me. So that was terrible. I'm big, as in COD. Don't really care if it comes out or not, really. And Mass Effect, I just hope it is Mass Effect that's going to get announced, because I want to play it.
I hope so as well.
I want to play as Shepard and Rex. Yeah. Get my squad together. And it's such a good game. Like someone like yourself, someone like yourself who's never experienced it. I'm actually quite jealous, because it's such a good game that I'm jealous that you're going to play it with. Yeah, we're playing it for the first time. It's like the people who haven't read the Harry Potter books before. I'm jealous of them. That's right. I like the Harry Potter books. Yeah, that's right. I'm cool. Yeah.
Well, J.K. Rowling gets a lot of stick these days, so
Yeah, she goes a bit mad. She's got a bit mad, isn't she? So I think I don't really follow it, but I just see that on Twitter every now and again. She's gone a bit mad.
Well, people say that, but then I see what she's tweeting. And it's like, was it that?
I don't know.
Controversial. I don't think something about like women are women and trans women are not real. I don't know. She's just like kind of a bit of a feminist, I think. And it's just,
as I say, I like the books. The films are all right. I haven't seen the play. So, and the new films are
not seen the play.
I don't like the new films. The Crimes of Grindelwald and all that, they're really shit. I don't.
Okay,
They're boring. So
I've not seen the latest one, the one that had Johnny Depp in it.
Yeah, no, I haven't seen. I didn't bother watching that one. No,
You obviously got Fantastic Beasts,
and then you got Crimes of Grindelwald.
and then what was the second one?
Crimes of Grindelwald.
Oh, was that what it was called?
Yeah,
oh,
Jude
okay.
Law. But I don't know how we got onto Harry Potter with Mass Effect, but we did somehow. But yeah,
we're all over the place. Is what you expect.
Yeah, it is. This is what we're part-timer, aren't we? That's why. So
exactly. So next news story is a new BioWare game won't be returning to Rapture or
BioShock.
Columbia.
Sorry, do you mean?
What did I? What
you said? BioWare.
Did I say BioWare?
Yeah.
It's because we were talking about EA. Yeah, BioShock. Sorry, my bad. So BioShock 4 won't be going to the same places from 1 and 2. And then what was the third one called? It wasn't called 3, was it? It was called...
Infinite.
Infinite, that's it. Yeah. Which I really like. I think it's underrated. A lot of people
I don't like it as much. No, I don't like it as much.
No, it was good. It was good. I liked it. It was a good game. No, it's good. It's the first one. The first one was the best one. Yeah, you got the collection. I had the collection.
Yeah, actually, the collection was free on PSN a few months ago.
On the Plus, yeah.
On the Plus, yeah. But I bought it when it came out. See, this is what happens. See, I bought this as soon as it got released, and I would do exactly the same for Mass Effect. So, And
have
I played them and completed them again? No, I haven't. They just sit there.
Oh, I thought you were going to say yes.
No. But I was talking to my brother on the weekend, and he said, he listens to the podcast. He's our listener. And he listens.
Oh, he's the one UK listener. I thought it was you, but clearly not. Okay.
He says, you say, I really like that game. I got a lot of time for that game. I haven't finished it, and he's like, that's what you seem to say. And I was like, yeah, that's the rolling, that's the rolling thing. I like game. If I don't like a game, I'll finish it. If I do like a game, I won't finish it. So
yeah, I noticed that. Yeah. It's kind of like we're waiting to do the Ghost review. You like Ghosts, not
I do like Ghosts. Yes.
I hate Last of Us. I'll beat it in a week and a half. You literally finished it within 2 weeks. You beat it before me. You actually finished it before me.
Yeah.
So
But yeah, we will be doing a Ghost spoiler review. I just need to finish it.
One day, one day when Brad comes around to it,
Yeah. Oh, well, I've got
Tsushima Island.
I was playing it the other day, so I'm getting there. I'll give you an update later on how far I am. So
okay, no worries. BioShock. What are you thinking? BioShock 4, big fan yourself?
Yeah, I'm up. Yeah, I'm obviously a big fan of the games. I'm up for a new setting.
Where would you think they can set it?
Don't know where they could set it. My favourite would always be Rapture, obviously. It's that was such an iconic game for me when it came out. It's so good, and that came out on the 360 before it came out on the PS3 again as well. That was a timed exclusive. That was when Microsoft used to have the
same as BioShock,
industry by the balls. Yeah.
Mass Effect, sorry.
I don't know where they could set it. This is why I don't make games or write games, because they're just like, okay, what do you want to do, Brad? And I'm like, don't know.
I don't know.
It's just,
I don't know.
Yeah,
somewhere underground.
Underground. Yeah.
It's got to be in some weird city and like some civilization is kind of like crumbled or something's gone wrong. It's either got to be some kind of...
like I was going to say Atlantis then, but that's too much like Rapture. So
yeah, I suppose.
Space. They could do space.
Yeah, space station would be quite interesting. Yeah. Some kind of economy on like the moon or Mars. Like go to Mars. Yeah, that'd be really interesting. Actually.
Yeah, that's kind of
I would like that. Yeah, so
I'm glad I've come up with that. Actually, yeah, that's my idea. That one. So. Well up for a new BioShock, but again, that's going to be years out. And
I think you've got an idea, I think there's a job listing. That's how this leak came out, because they're listing for jobs saying they want to next gen and new location and stuff for BioShock. Yeah. So exciting stuff. It's
it's
kind of game. I don't know if has it aged well, because I feel like it's been copied so much, and I feel like that's why kind of Bethesda and like Skyrim and stuff. Because there's been like new studios like CD Projekt Red that then made The Witcher, and now they're making Cyberpunk. That's almost like evolved on the original idea of what Bethesda were doing so great. And then you can kind of compare The Witcher to like, I don't know, a Fallout 4, and all of a sudden that engine seems a bit old, it's not as good. Do you know what I mean? And I hope BioShock doesn't have that same treatment. It's kind of like, there's similar game but better games now.
Yeah.
Know what I mean?
I know what you mean. Yeah, like start from scratch, kind of. Yeah, like it's a brand new IP, and with the old BioShocks were separate. Treat this as a new a brand new game where you can't rely on your previous game history for it to sell. I think that's kind of what, like you say, Bethesda got, it gets a bit lazy using the same engine, because they're like, we know it's going to sell because it's in the same series of all the other games that people love. So totally agree with you there. It needs to be fresh, and just, it needs to be the new standard. It needs to set the bar again. So
it's 2K. They've got plenty of of cash behind them.
Especially when they're charging people totally different amounts of money for the games you want to buy if you want to play it on the next gen console. So,
what fascinates me the most is that their parent company is Take-Two. Obviously, Take-Two, other big studio they own is Rockstar. And Rockstar are quite hard up on cash these days, aren't they?
Exactly.
Jesus Christ.
They're all about the money. I feel the same with. I think a good example is just talking about, like, living off your past glories is Mass Effect Andromeda. It was broke. It was just so badly developed. It was just, the gameplay weren't fun. It was just rubbish. But they knew it would sell because people would buy it, like me.
It's the name,
And it just was terrible. I didn't even finish it. Like, that was a game I didn't like, and I didn't finish. That's how bad it was. And it's just absolute crap. Like, I kind of saw a few reviews.
Is it the problem when you've got like a label? So you see BioWare on the like developer, you see Mass Effect, and you expect something, but I think the actual people that are making it are not the same people that made the original.
No.
You know what I mean? It's like completely separate. So it's not the same studio.
But
this is a new studio making BioShock. Should you expect the same thing? It's different people.
You shouldn't. But then if it's different people, then don't rely on your previous games, which were such
don't call it BioShock, which are different.
Well regarded, acclaimed games. It's terrible. I don't want to go back onto Mass Effect, but if they have, like they say they're going to make another one, it's just got to be better than like you got BioWare, Knights of the Old Republic 1, and you got, like you say, Mass Effect 2, amazing storytelling, amazing games, and then for Mass Effect Andromeda come out, it's just dog shit. It was just really bad.
And obviously Dragon Age as well was
Dragon Age, I know that was big. I tried to get into that, I never couldn't get into it, but
second one
obviously good. People love those games. So talking about having to pay to play on the next gen consoles, Control, they're bringing out an Ultimate Edition, but if you've already owned Control, which, to be fair, come out in 2019 in August, so it came out a year ago, 2019, August 2019. If you already own the game, you can't get an upgrade to Xbox Series X and PS5 for free. You can only get it if you buy an Ultimate Edition, which includes obviously the DLC, one of which being the Ore expansion, which introduces Alan Wake, which I think comes out late this month. I think end of this month that one gets released. But what do you think? What do you think about that? If you bought the game last year, you can't have the upgrade for free?
As a person that's done that, this one doesn't bother me as much. Because I see it as like when you are a big fan of something and you buy then like a special edition like a year later. Like you've got you've watched a film and then there's like a collector's edition that comes out a year later. You don't expect to get that for free. It's kind of like another chargeable thing. Do you know what I mean? A bit like that. It's like you buy the special collector's edition. It's kind of like if you're a massive fan of it, if you bought Control already and you've played it. If you're not a big fan of it, you're not going to rebuy it again. For fans that are a really big fan of this and they want to buy the Ultimate Edition, all these extras, I think it's something for them. Let them. I'm not annoyed about it because I'm not going to rebuy it. I've played it. It's a very good game. I'll wait for Control 2. That's it.
Completely the same. I haven't played it, but it came out last year. I wouldn't expect, if I bought a game last year, I wouldn't expect to be able to get an upgrade for free, for the next gen consoles, like you say. It's just it's the game of the year. It used to be Package's game of the year. So you buy The Witcher, and then like a year later, the game of the year Witcher comes out, and it's got all the DLC in it, and like Fallout do it. And
special edition.
It's just. And you just buy it again if you want it. And then this time, like you say, if you haven't played the Control, if you haven't played the DLCs, and the one ain't come out yet, the Alan Wake one, and you haven't played them, you love Control, you're going to buy the Ultimate Edition, and then, bonus, you get to, you get to play it on PS5 and Series X. So
I
I completely agree with you. It's a year-old game. So why would you be able to do it?
Is it just clickbaity stuff at this stage? It's kind of like journalists desperate for
to be fair,
so they make it sound out like they're doing another like NBA 2K upgrade. It's not the same. I don't see it as the same thing. It's a special edition. A couple of years later, if you want to buy it, you're a big fan, then buy it. If you don't, then don't. I don't get the issue.
They got me because I saw it and I read into it for this. And then so when I was reading it, I was just like, well, obviously you ain't going to get it. It's a year old. But one thing I do like, I don't know if you ever played it, the original Alan Wake game.
No, I've never played it.
Come out in 2010. It was I played it on the Xbox 360. I don't know. I think it was on the PS. I don't think it was on the PS3. I think it was this Xbox. Really good game. Alan Wake.
Yeah, I think it was just Xbox because I never played it.
Yeah,
I don't think I've ever played a Remedy. And Remedy Control was the first like Remedy game I played. I think
you play. Yeah. Well, Alan Wake was really good. I don't know if you know the premise behind it. You have to they're like shadow demons, like shadow monsters, and you have to shine torches on them, and then catch them in like a spotlight, and then you can damage them. Otherwise, you can't. So the safe places were under lights and that, and the most powerful.
Is it a bit
gun
surreal?
in the game.
Like a bit.
It is, yeah. Like you're like like a horror writer, and it's like surreal, paranormal kind of thing.
Controls like that. It's one of the most surreal, psychological, but also really fun because you obviously have like
powers.
You can obviously move stuff, and you've got the gun that. And you can fly.
Well, I think that's it ties
really good
in.
game. Have you played
Alan Wake is. I've not played it now.
It's shockingly really good.
Maybe I'll buy the Ultimate Edition because I'm a big fan of Alan Wake.
It's really good. It's shockingly really good.
I think Alan Wake will fit into it well. You know, kind of the paranatural.
On PS Now, it might be on Game Pass.
Oh, I'll have a look. Yeah, I think it might be on Game Pass actually. Yeah,
it's on PS Now.
It's really good. The most powerful game in Alan Wake was the flare gun because obviously it's light and it's a really good game. Really enjoyed Alan Wake back in the day.
So sorry, did you say with the Ultimate Edition you get Alan Wake with it? So I can play
you get the expansion, the Or expansion, and it's got Alan Wake. The character is in that. He's coming into the Control universe by the sounds of it. So there's only references,
but obviously when I played it, if they were obvious, I never got any of them because but you might do if you get it. But it's a very good game.
Yeah, I don't really play a lot of like horror jumps. Not really a horror.
It's not
jump
scary horror.
Game,
it's not horror.
No, I mean like Alan Wake, but it wasn't horror. But it was a bit of jump scare and that. But it's just
a few weeks ago or a month ago when we did our like best PS4 games that weren't first party. Control wasn't on my list. I feel like it should have been.
Oh, you muppet!
Like honestly, now I'm thinking about it. Control was a really good game. Really good game.
I might see if it's on Game Pass and give it a go. Now I've set my Xbox up again, so
I've got.
Well, it just wasn't getting used. It was just kind of like shoved on a cabinet, but it's plugged in. I had to download an update, which took about 2 hours, and then I did actually download Grounded to play because that's supposed to be good. I was meant to play it yesterday, but I didn't get around to it. So I might. I'm going to play a lot of games this week by the sounds of it.
I know you can make all these promises, but you never deliver.
And then I agreed to do more hours at work. So I don't know. I don't know what's going to happen.
Also going to extend the 24-hour day.
If I just don't sleep, then I'll be all right. So
Fair enough, mate. Fair enough.
We only got a couple more bits of news. I've got one bit. I'll do this.
Yeah.
It's not even news really. It's just kind of like I got it. I think it was from the Express. They kind of a reliable source points to a Nintendo Direct before the end of August. This basically I read it and it was just like a guy who is legit
leaking information.
Saying all he said was wait till August, like before the end of the summer. But seeing as now it's the 17th of August and we haven't heard anything. How true that's going to be, I don't know. And it's been it's been nearly a year since the last full Nintendo Direct, so there's obviously one due, but whether or not it's going to be in August, I don't know. I just thought I'd mention it.
Yeah, it's got to happen soon. It's got to happen at some point. I'm finding it hard. Maybe they will. Maybe Nintendo's thinking we've made so much money for Animal Crossing. There's new consoles coming out with our competitors. There's a PS5, a Series X. Do we want to put any more of our big temple games in this launch window?
Yeah.
So we just leave it now. We've made enough money. We don't need to do anything. Everybody's got a Switch. It's the best-selling console this year by far. Should we just sit on our games? Just give our developers a little bit more time because of COVID and everything like that, and we just have a big 2021.
They could announce them though. They could say, "Oh, Zelda is coming out 2021," or here's some bit more news on Metroid. You know, they could do like a little announcement.
They could do that, yeah.
Because, like we said a couple of weeks ago, I think their release slate is bare. They got nothing really coming.
Although the only counteraction I've got to play devil's advocate is, and I'm not 100% sure they always do this, but I'm pretty sure they do, is whenever they do a direct, I feel like all the games from that direct are either coming out in the next quarter or that year.
Yeah.
Because I always feel like there's like a pattern. It's like they do one in like the end of like, I don't know, January. And it's like, these are this year's games, or these are the games coming in the next quarter, or they don't do like a September event for the next year. It's kind of not their thing. I feel like they just do it for like, this is the August or September event, and because this is what's coming out in like autumn, winter, or fall if you're in America, whatever, like the November, December kind of October months. I feel like they just leave it a little bit later, but I don't know. I don't know what they're doing. They got to show something soon, surely. Same as Xbox and PlayStation. When are they releasing the dates?
I've got that a bit on
the pre-orders. What's going on?
On the main topic, it's kind of getting a little bit ridiculous now. Like I said, and I've heard other people say it before as well, they're playing chicken with each other. They're waiting to see who goes first.
Yeah.
And after we talk about what Xbox is doing a little bit later, Xbox might as well just release it now because it's kind of done already, isn't it? So, but I don't know if you've got any other news. Any other news?
Well, there's a little game, a little indie game.
Yeah.
Called Cyberpunk 2077. Don't know if you've heard of it.
Right, yeah. No, maybe, yeah. I think
small budget.
Yeah.
Anyway, they did another event live stream, Night City Wire, episode 2, as I like to be called. This time they went through the life pass, where it's basically just your classes. There's 3 of them. You got Street Kid, Nomad, and Cool Pro. Have you seen the stream before?
No.
No? Oh, okay.
No.
Useless. Absolutely.
I didn't even.
You had one fucking.
Yeah, I know. I didn't know Halo was delayed.
Don't play games. Don't watch any gaming news. No. And you turn up for a fucking gaming podcast. No. Jesus fucking Christ.
To be fair, over the weekend I've been doing a puzzle, so
and you wonder why you ain't got no time.
You're texting me saying, "Have you finished Ghost?" And I just text you back with a picture of me
halfway through the puzzle. You're doing a puzzle, like Jesus fucking Christ. How bored do you get before that? It's like that's the option of things to do.
Puzzles are fun. Okay, right, I put it on my Instagram. It's a New York puzzle. It's fun. It's good.
Okay.
Yeah, I even used the hashtag puzzles are cool. So. Yeah. But, it's just,
Anyway, Street Kid, which I believe is you're a bit more street. I think that obviously you've got the 3 classes, and I think what it depends on is where you start the journey. So the story will start in a different place depending on what class, and then how people interact with you. And then because of how people interact with you, then got different like dialogue options because of like your history or your past history. Like, so you might be able to like negotiate like actual deals. Like street deals. If you're like a Cool Pro, if you're a Nomad, I think because you've started in like the Badlands, like the desert lands, you're a bit more like wise to people like 2 crossing you, and you can like spot things apparently. And if you're a Street Kid, you know how like street deals go and how things go and like back alley things. So this game seems absolutely massive, and we're
never going to finish it.
It's such a great game. It's going to be such a good game. They showed like Tools of Destruction, which was just all their guns, all the different classes, all the equipment that you can add to it, all the mods. You can add different chips. The level and depth in this game is mental. And the quality as well. Like you think you would lose a bit of quality, but there seems to be no loss in quality. Like it just seems to be packing so much in. It's kind of like, I am just not going to finish this game.
Yeah.
There is just zero chance I'm probably even going to do like my trophy percentage. I finish it will probably be like 10%. Honestly, it's just, I don't know what my Witcher one was in the end, but the only other thing they kind of showed, which was a little bit boring for me because it's not really my type of thing, but they showed like this heavy metal band that's called, what was it called? Samurai.
Oh, okay.
And Johnny Silverhand, so Keanu Reeves' character, he's the lead singer.
Right.
But he actually created a real band in like Sweden that's done all the recordings of the actual band. You go on Spotify, the songs are up there, and this whole band songs are going to be like in the game. They've got in the club, like this nightclub. So yeah, the level of depth. And this game's gone.
It's good. It's just good. I was meant to watch it, to be fair, but then I forgot. And then I kind of think I already know I'm going to buy the game, and I don't want to have everything.
You need to watch anymore. Yeah, no, I agree. But
so
for the purpose of content, it'd be nice.
Yeah, I know. I'm sorry. I had a nice little weekend away. Okay, it's
you
very
lived
bad.
your life. Yeah.
Yeah. I've got one more bit of news. Sorry, I did need to forget this bit before we go on to the beta impressions for Avengers, which you played. We haven't got to the main topic now. I think we've been going for nearly an hour, so it's
good times.
Yeah,
good
we
times.
said it was going to be a long one. Ghost of Tsushima is going to release an online co-op mode called Ghost of Tsushima Legends, and it will be launched in the autumn, and it's going to be free, like a free update. And it's basically
if you've got the game already.
If you've got the game already, sorry, and you're going to get to play as one of four new characters as like a co-op story, and it's based more on the Japanese folklore, like legends. So maybe a little bit more like supernaturally mystical element to it. So sounds good.
Which I think would be cool.
Yeah,
it'd be a cool path for the game to go. We're going a bit more mystical and a bit more fantasy, because I think that's the one thing that would take it. I'm not going to go through reviews until we do our reviews, but I think to take it to that next level, to make it like a 10 for me, I feel like it just needs to add another element to it, and I think that could be it. So
yeah, I think it's going to be good, and we'll obviously we'll give that a review when it comes out. But yeah, that was it for the last of my news. I don't know if you've got any more.
No, that's it. But the thoughts on the Legends, are you going to play it? Like, what do you think of them?
I definitely play it. Yeah. Whether or not I'll like it, I don't know. But yeah, I can. If it's like Ghosts and you're playing with your mates, doing some quests, I can imagine it being.
So, are you kidding? Like NPC? Are you against other people? Is it?
I don't know. To be honest,
because if it's like For Honored, where you're fighting other people, I'm probably not going to jump in, because when you think you're good at a game, like I think I'm really good at Ghosts, to be fair, and then you play someone else and you're like, oh yeah, I'm not actually that good. Like this person's just slicing me up here. Do you know what I mean? It's kind of like if you're fighting someone else with a sword, I'm probably not that good. Although I think
it says here it's just an online co-op, with friends, where you can get matchmaking. Obviously, get some players with that. It doesn't say that it's going to be against like real people. It makes it sound like it's going to be against P
versus E,
rather
than PSP,
okay. So that sounds I'll give it a go. I'm really enjoying Ghosts. I know we're saying about us playing it alone. I really am enjoying it. And I think I'll just get distracted when I'm playing it, and I end up doing other stuff. I can finish it. I can just breeze through the story missions and get it done. But I'm just kind of getting sidetracked with all the other little bits. So hopefully I'll have it finished by next week.
Hopefully. But it looks cool. The PlayStation blog, if you want to check that out, anybody. But I think that is it for the news. We'll go on to Avengers impressions. So I played the Avengers beta. Funny story how I got that though. I bought a code on eBay. It was like $150 to get early access. So I got access to the paid beta. However, the codes, because obviously Square is a Japanese company, and obviously PlayStation is a Japanese company, you had to have a Japanese PSN profile.
Oh, okay.
So I was like, oh, okay, well, it should be not that difficult to make. Obviously, it was very difficult because everything
Using Japanese.
Japanese, yeah. And you had to confirm like your address, and you had to get like a verification code, and you had to agree to all these terms. I have no idea what I agreed to, but I ticked everything. I put in this fake Japanese address, and I've created a Japanese PSN account.
Was it worth it?
Yeah, I played the game, mate. It worked.
Yeah, I know, but
it didn't take that long. It was like half an hour.
You're gonna get like some sort of tax bill from Japan.
Maybe.
Just some random, coming after.
Maybe they're just going to come. I'm owned by the Japan government, so yeah, I'm the Japanese government. Sorry, but yeah. Anyway, I got access to it, and then I kind of enjoyed it so much I actually did end up pre-ordering it. So I have pre-ordered
Marvel whore.
Yeah. Anyway, the game itself, a bit like what I said earlier when I said about The Division, it reminds me of that. It's fun to play. It's a lot better than I thought. It's kind of a cross between like a Spider-Man, like Insomniac Spider-Man, like 2018 Spider-Man, but it's just not quite as good. But it's not as bad as like a button mashy thing like a Marvel's Alliance. It's kind of like in between those two, crossed with like Division.
Yeah.
Some people say Destiny, but it's not Destiny. Destiny is a lot more multiplayer. It's not so much multiplayer. It's a bit more Division because you've got your own team, like you've got your Avengers squad that you build and your characters level up with you. And if someone like came into your game, so like say you came into my game with your one character, you would play with my other 3 characters. So it'd be me plus my 2 characters and then your 1 character.
Yeah.
And you kind of build up your own team, and obviously you can customize them with your own thing. And you've got different like missions with different things, and you've got these little like war zones, and I don't know, it's really good. I generally actually really enjoyed it. It's kind of like Marvel Alliance, but you can kind of get why they kind of know. Do you remember Marvel's Heroes, which was kind of like an MMO? It was kind of like on PC. Then they brought it over onto consoles, and as soon as Disney bought like Marvel and stuff, it completely got scrapped.
Okay.
Which I was a little bit disappointed because I used to play Marvel's Heroes. Like, I think it's called Omega on the PlayStation, and I used to play it, and I was really good because they just turned it off. They completely cancelled it. And this game is the reason why they did it, and it's kind of like a lot better version of that. Have you ever played Ultimate Alliance or anything like that?
No, I never played it. No, I played the DC one, like the MMO, years ago.
Yeah, similar-ish to that, which was the Marvel's Heroes.
Yeah.
So this ain't that. It's a lot better than that. It's a lot closer to like Spider-Man, like the 2018 Spider-Man to that.
I've watched some reviews about it, and there was a few of the reviews I saw were... my reviews always seem to be negative. I don't know if I just search out for negative reviews because I'm a negative person.
Apparently so. You always sound negatives and everything.
They're saying about like it's just like some of the action be chaotic and it's hard to follow what's going on, and it's just a bit repetitive, and you know.
See, once again, I feel like there's really poor journalism. Like, what do you expect? This is what the game is. Like when I play Destiny, I've been doing Solstice of Heroes, and this. Obviously, it's a grind. You got to get this armor set, and you go through different levels. Like you start on with the green armor set, which is just common. Then you get it to purple, which is like legendary. And then once you get that, you then have to masterwork it, and you do it to like exotic. But you've got to do these tasks, and one of them is like you've got to like play 10 Gambit games. You've got to do the same game 10 times, and then you've got to get like 2,000 orbs of this thing, and you just got to grind. You've got to do the same thing over and over, but it's what these games are. I don't know how people are... It's repetitive. Yeah, it's a live service game. I don't get how that can be a criticism.
And for someone like you who likes those games, it sounds like your cup of tea. But when you're just describing then about you getting your armor into green to purple to exotic and playing the same game 10 times, that just sounds really boring to me. I don't know.
You say it, but when the game is generally enjoyable...
Yeah.
And it's
I don't think it is like you. Yeah, it like scratches an itch that you've got, and you really enjoy it. But for me, I feel like it would. I'm going to play the open beta. I think it's the 21st. So Friday.
There was one last weekend for PlayStation, so you could have played it the last weekend just gone. But yeah, this weekend as well, you can.
What, the weekend as in Saturday and Sunday, like yesterday and the day before?
Yes.
Oh, okay. Well,
I did text you on Thursday to pre-download it.
I know you did. But to be fair, on Sunday I was working, and Saturday I was playing Ghost of Tsushima all day. So,
okay, mate.
Yeah. You know. I'll play. If there's another open one, I'll give it a go. But yeah, like I say, what I've seen of it looks alright. I've seen some negative reviews, and apparently they might monetize it. There's a lot of places in there that they can just start, putting monetization in there and charging people for. I think that's already there. I think you can grind for some of the outfits, or you can just pay, for it straight up. And yeah, it's
once again, does that bother? Like, who? If you
don't really bother me because I'm not going to buy it. But it's it's.
But even like me that has bought it, if there's like a certain thing where there's like a cosmetic thing where you can either buy to get it or you grind to get it, it's kind of like, well, those who's grinded to get it, good for you, and those that can buy it to get it, then good for you. Like, do you know what I mean? It's or there would be some people that don't want to do neither. Like, I don't know why it's such. I don't know. I feel like things are so overblown. It's like, is it such a big deal? It's like they're trying to make money from the game. It's Avengers. They're going to make loads of money because they're going to put different skins and different outfits, and then they're going to put the symbiote Spider-Man outfit, and they're going to charge you loads of money. And I'm going to be a stupid dick, and I'm going to buy that
because it sounds like
I want the black outfit.
A Marvel puppet. It sounds like they've got their hand up your ass and they're working your mouth.
I prefer DC to Marvel, but yeah, sure.
Yeah. Well, DC don't. Well, actually, their games are quite good.
Suicide Squad. We'll see what.
Yeah,
we'll
see what they're going with in the DC fanDOME. I'm going to call it the fanDOME. I'm not going to change. Yeah, fanDOME. But yeah, no. When I play it, I will. Yeah. Obviously I'll let you know about it anyway. So
yeah, no, I'm looking forward to Avengers when it comes out. I don't think it's going to be set the world on fire, but I'm going to play it for a month, maybe two, a bit like I do with The Division. Enjoy what I get out of it, and then jump out. I don't expect this to be this ongoing thing where this time next year I'm still playing it. I'll be very shocked.
Yeah.
But then
unless they bring out like a new character and a new story, you never know, do you? So
I will jump back in. I'll jump back in when they bring in Hawkeye.
Yeah.
Then when they bring in Spider-Man next year, I'll jump in, and obviously they've got like a slate of different ones. So the first one they're going to add is clearly going to be Ant-Man, because Ant-Man's already in the game, and pin particles are already like one of the things that you can equip. And if you get enough pin particles added to like your armor set, but all the customization and all the upgrades. So going through the upgrade tree, and Iron Man is so cool. Iron Man was my favorite character by far. Like just shooting the laser. I don't know. It's so geeky. Like honestly, when you go through the skill tree and you start unlocking all the stuff, and you're Iron Man, you're flying around, you get a Hulk Buster, and it's actually really fun to play. I think you'll enjoy it. And
yeah, no, I'll definitely give it a go. I think there's another one on the 21st. So I'll give it a go. I'm pretty sure over the weekend I saw some tweets about a lot of people was trying to play on the open beta, and it was just wouldn't connect. Kept coming up no internet access and that. So and there was addressing that, but. It's not ideal.
I never played it.
Weekend because you had the closed beta, didn't you? So
I completed everything.
Because
I played with my other friend because he also bought it. We were talking about it at work, and he ended up buying it.
I'll tell you what. Why don't you do the podcast with him then? All right, just.
What?
Why don't you do? I'll do my own podcast.
Jesus Christ, that was like an insecure woman around the man period.
No.
We're going to call it Man Period Podcast.
I'm just getting accused of not playing or finishing games.
Oh, your brothers noticed it, the listeners noticed it, I've noticed it. If the shoe fits, you fucking fits.
Well, I'm just focusing all my time and effort on Ghost of Tsushima. So
okay.
Right. Okay. So does that take us on to our main topic?
Main topic of the show.
Oh, is that the new jingle? We've got a new jingle.
Yeah.
You have to do that every week now.
Yeah,
you're gonna have to do that every week.
It's a hit. It's a hit with the ladies. Hit with the guys.
Yeah.
It's staying.
Our listener loves it. So Yeah. Okay. So this week's main topic is it's about Xbox and what they're up to, really.
You think we're fanboys? We are Xbox fanboys. Well, we're not, clearly, by what we're going to say about it. But let's go.
Well, I used to have a lot of, as you can heard in previous podcasts, I used to have a lot of time for Xbox. I love my 360. Not really a Xbox One fan. I've got one, but I don't really have a lot of games for it. I don't play it a lot. But I was excited for Halo, especially as it was going to get dropped on Game Pass day of release, and I was going to be able to play it on my Xbox One. Really looking forward to it. And then I got a text from you saying, "Oh, about Halo's been delayed," and I was like, "Oh," and they put it down to COVID-19. They don't want to work their team stupid hours to get it finished and pumped out.
Bless them.
They don't want to go through the crunch, which is understandable. You know what I mean? It's work, and you don't want to feel under that sort of pressure to get the game finished. But is it also due to when they released the trailer? It looked a bit shit, and they decided that actually we can't release this as the flagship launch game of the Series X in the condition it is. We're going to need to step back and redo it. So, to be fair, I'm all right. I'll wait for it, because I haven't played Halo 5 yet, so I don't mind. But it's more the overall impact it's going to have on the Xbox Series X. I don't think there is like an exclusive game now that's going to get launched for it. And what are they playing at, really? Should they delay the Xbox X release? Because it's just, I
don't think they can. To be fair. I think it has to come out first, and it has to be cheaper. It's the only chance Microsoft has, and I don't think they even have a chance. To be fair, I think it's a bit of both. I think, obviously, although I joked about it and I said obviously COVID is going to affect everybody.
Yeah.
However, obviously I don't understand how development works because I'm not a developer. I've never been inside any of these things. But I surely think, and I think maybe this is why PlayStation's now done it, where they're calling them PlayStation Studios.
Yeah.
Surely you've got other teams, other Microsoft studios. Surely they can help. Is it 343 or whatever they're called?
343.
Surely they can help them. Like, why does it just have to be this one studio that's working on it? Why can't you pull the team that is apparently going to start this Fable game? Like, do you know what I mean? You've not even started it yet.
Yeah.
Pull them off for a couple of months.
Excuse me, do what? Sorry?
Pull them off.
Oh, right.
No?
I don't know how that helps.
Term to use?
Well,
pull one out. Why is it turned sexual? Pull them off their project, or pull them however way you want to pull them.
Yeah.
Once there's consent, and they're at a legal age, I don't care what you do. Yeah.
Yeah. Okay. Yeah.
Why don't you get other studios to help you out? Because you kind of had one job.
Well, to be fair, though,
you had was to release Halo at launch, and you've not done it. You fucked up. They're fucked.
If 434 is the game, is the studios making the game, then get it done. You know what I mean? Kind of, don't work them to death, obviously, but. If
they need help, can't you get help from other people? That's what I'm saying. Surely,
I don't know. It's just
I feel like that's what PlayStation do. Like, I feel like Insomniac helps other studios, and like Studio Bend for a long time. I think they helped out like Naughty Dog.
Yeah,
because I think they helped out with Uncharted and stuff, and then also then they did the PS Vita game.
Yeah,
which was Golden Abyss or whatever. Do you know what I mean? Off the back, do you know what I mean? So I feel like. Why can't? Do you know what I mean? If
what kind of
really need help right now with Horizon, then maybe don't put Santa Monica on it because clearly they got to do God of War 2 or whatever the next God of War is going to be called. But maybe I don't know, Sucker Punch that's just done Ghost or Naughty Dog who's just done Last of Us. Before they start their next project, let's make sure we get this one right. We're all PlayStation studios. We're all Microsoft studios, Xbox studios. Let's help each other out. And let's not just completely... Because this is this is not just a game delay. Games get delayed all the time. Cyberpunk has been delayed twice this year. And it's kind of like, bummer.
Yeah.
This is different. This is supposed to be your launch game.
This is the big one. Yeah, and this this was what I was saying about, should they delay the whole console launch? Because I was looking today at the games, and obviously you got all the third-party games on there. For when there's another thing which is a bit of a joke. We still don't have a real launch date, or price or whatnot, or price point. This was, like you say, the big first-party console seller, but then was it? Because it's a bloody mess. Because I wasn't going to go out and buy a Series X, but I was still going to play it on my Xbox One. People with PC going to play it on the PC. It's just it's all over the show. It's gotten to the point where we said before, do you need to buy a Series X? And now it's just like, yeah, you don't really need to, especially if you own an iPhone or you've got anything iOS, because now they're not even doing the XCloud on iOS. You have to have Android, which how many people have iPhones? You know what I mean? And I know this is an Xbox. Microsoft would have wanted it to be on iOS. This is Apple saying, no, you can't do it. Because
which I think it will happen eventually. It's one of them
maybe
things where Apple being a little bit stiff with because they're saying in order for it to work, they would have to check every single game on the thing.
Yeah.
Which is not possible because they apparently do that with every single app, but it's not the same because it's streaming. And they don't tell me they check everything on Netflix
exactly,
or Prime Video. No, they don't.
It's balls.
So because of that, there will be some kind of clause that gets changed, and then gaming, streaming, it will come. It will probably just be, I don't know, 2-3 years after it's out on Android. It'll just.
But it's just that's too long, isn't it? Really, because I at the minute I pay for Game Pass and I pay for Xbox Live Gold separately, and if I go upgrade to Xbox Live Ultimate, I save money. So I'm gonna do it anyway. But then with that, from next month, I could have played the on XCloud. I think they're beta this next month, but now I can't because I don't have any Android devices, and it's just this must have been another kick in the teeth for Microsoft. They're being told they've got to delay Halo, and they're like, okay, and then Apple were like, you can't have you can't use XCloud on our devices. There's so many people with iOS devices who would have liked to have done that, but are now just absolutely screwed. It is. They say it's embarrassing, and it's going to affect. Surely it's got to affect the sales of the Series X, because at the minute you just can't. I can't personally see the point of getting one. Until like a little bit further down the line, you've got the exclusives only come out on the Series X.
Yeah.
It's just I just don't see the point of.
I think the strategy is going to change, and I think what they're going to do is, because I think they decided they can't compete. Because I put in Slack the Wikipedia post of best-selling console games, and when you look at it, PS2 is number 1 with 155 million units. Number 2 is PS4 with 110, still climbing, which is mental. Yeah. Number 3 is PlayStation, the original PlayStation, at 102. The Wii is 4th with 101, and then 5th is the PS3 with 87.4 million. Now, obviously, we spoke last week in our Nintendo episode that Wii was in every place.
Yeah, that's mental though, because I would have thought
the Wii was everywhere, and
the 360 would have been above the PS3. That's mental, because the 360 absolutely destroyed the PS3.
Yeah,
I know at the end of its life, it got
with 86.
Yeah. No, that's mad. Yeah, I know what you mean. Yeah, they're struggling to compete. And it's just that there was another thing. So someone posted a picture of an Xbox Series X controller, and it had "Do not display or release until the 6th of November." So
which is going to be released date.
That points to release date, which is another embarrassment. Like they could have had good PR. This is when we're going to release it. This is going to be the price point. That's gone. Another leak from a controller was saying it's compatible with Xbox Series S, which apparently is a rumored all digital version of the Xbox Series X. So again, if that's true, they've lost out on that as well. It's just they've left it so late.
Wasn't there ones where the controller first got leaked at like a house party?
Yeah, so that was that was for the Series S, and then this one with the potential release date has come out in the last week or so. it's just one thing after another for them. Like they just need to like, right, this is when it's coming out. This is how much it is. Pre-order now, whatever. Because there's no point them if they're having a standoff with Sony. There's no point. It's
because it's not. And I think they've decided to change the conversation. I think they've realised they can't compete. They can't compete with PlayStation anymore, and they can't compete with Nintendo on console sales. So whenever Xbox talks about their numbers, they won't talk about how many they've sold in terms of the Series X or the Series S or whatever they're going to call it. They will talk about how many people are in the Xbox ecosystem. And they can include everybody in the Series X, everybody in the Series S, everybody in Xbox One, everybody that plays XCloud, everybody on Android. They're going to be like, we've got 500 million active Xbox users. And that is what they will tell everybody.
Yeah.
And it will be the messaging of like, our number is bigger than PlayStation because PlayStation or Sony, will only say who's playing a PS5.
Yeah.
Do you know what I mean? Where Xbox are going to be like, we've got these many active users because that's just what we care about. We've got this many people on Game Pass and they're going to seem as a success because they're going to have higher numbers than PlayStation, despite probably selling, the quarter of the actual console?
Yeah, to be fair, like we've said before as well, they're going in a totally different direction. So there's no such thing as console wars anymore because Xbox had totally just gone, totally different way. And the XCloud, the XCloud is, for 11. So in the UK, it's $11.99 for Xbox Live Ultimate, Game Pass Ultimate a month, $11.99, and for a big, a catalogue of games and all the exclusives to come out on there for at least a little while longer, and to be able to play XCloud, Xbox, Gold, so you can play online as well. It's good. It's really good value for money. But it's just the actual console, as in the Series X. I just don't see what the draw is to buy one. I don't know.
Are they going to lower the price? They're going to give you Game Pass. Game Pass is going to come with a free trial. I think that's guaranteed.
Yeah, you can get it at the minute. You can get it for a month for £1. So.
Okay, but when you buy Series X, they're going to give you like 3 months, 6 months.
I dare say it'd be. I think when I got my Xbox One, it was like a month.
I think they'll give you longer with Series X.
Yeah.
What other incentive you got? You get it for 3 months for nothing. Yeah. All these games for the next 3 months.
Yeah. I don't know.
First parties in the 3 months after it gets released. Maybe the 4th month is when Halo comes. Do you know what I mean?
Yeah.
That's when everyone's
that's another thing. It's like they've said it's been delayed. I remember when COVID first started and Last of Us 2 got delayed, and they said it'd been delayed indefinitely because of the pandemic. But then a month later, I think it was like, it's coming out this date. So with Halo, it could be they've said 2021, but it could be, you never know, it could be January.
It could be because of what the game's about. Early. That's because of the game. Like the game is based after like a pandemic.
Well, no, they blamed it on COVID as well, didn't they?
I know, but it was because of the game. It's clearly.
And they knew it was rubbish.
It's because of sales as well, because no one's out buying the game. It's like, you can't say that because literally Final Fantasy and then, was it Doom Eternal? And then
Doom Eternal,
Animal Crossing, all were like breaking records. And they're like, we better not release it because it's clearly not going to sell. So have you looked at like the 3 games that got released in that window? Clearly it is going to sell. And it did.
And I got a disc and I didn't go out and buy it. I still bought it on... got it from Amazon, so it got delivered to my door. So, so I don't know. What do you think about Apple doing this? To the XCloud. Do you think like they're coming a little bit, I don't know, anti-consumer? Do you think they're kind of like, if you're with Apple, and that's it. We don't care if you want to, play Fortnite, or you don't care if you want to use XCloud. What do you think about that?
Apple always going to be Apple. I think obviously Apple very much cares about their customers and the consumers. You can tell by all their products. But what they obviously care about the most is money and controlling. They're about control. They're control freaks. Steve Jobs was a control freak. He was a bit mad because he was a control freak. Obviously, their last conference at WWDC, their big thing is that they're actually making their own silicon chips. So they don't have to use Intel anymore. Like they're slowly cutting away everybody, so they have total control of everything. They love control. They want to control everything.
Yeah.
If they don't control it or make some money from it, they're not interested. Do you know what I mean? They're kind of like, we're the best. you want to go through us. We want some money out of it because you're using our devices. We created the App Store. Like they've got the name, the App Store. They created this. They created this ecosystem with all these devices. If you want to take, like, make money off of our devices, we want to cut off that, which is fair enough. Like they're the ones that made the iPads, the iPhones. It's a great ecosystem where there's a billion devices. And you're now going to put your app or your product on or a service on our devices. If you don't like it, make your own device. Do you know what I mean? Like that's like how I feel like with the old Epic thing. If Epic don't like giving percentages to all these other companies that they're clearly using their device, then make your own little tablet and take all the money for yourself, you know? But yeah, I don't know. It will happen eventually. They will barge, like I said, because of the whole subscription services with TV shows. Yeah. With Netflix and Prime and all the other streaming platforms. That's fine. So I think gaming will be fine as well. And it might even cut into Apple Arcade, actually. Apple Arcade is obviously a subscription service for games. I know it's not the same thing. I know it's not even in the same competition, but Apple might view it as that competition. Like, why would we add this other kind of subscription-based game service when we've got our own?
Yeah, I know what you mean. Yeah. See, I can't even. My my girlfriend had a Android phone, so she had a Samsung, but she smashed the shit out of it. And now she's using an iPhone, so I can't even use her phone to play it. So, you know,
you're on Xbox One. So why are you so bothered?
No, I just want to play the XCloud. Don't I wanted to just
sit. You get consumed by the dark.
Yeah, I am. Yeah, it's really dark now. Oh yeah. So you started off being able to see all of my room, and now it's just my face.
A floated head now. Yeah. You're like, no, like Power Rangers, no Zeus. Is it Zeus or where is Zora? Just a floating head.
And I can't be bothered to get up and turn the light on. So yeah, I'm sorry, you just have to put up with it.
All right, fine, fair enough.
Yeah, no, I would like to have tried the XCloud. You know, I dare say it'd be buggy as shit, and laggy, but
sure.
Yeah, it's disappointing. But like you
say, so what do you reckon PlayStation are going to counteract? Do you reckon? Because I had a little look at it yesterday. So PS Now, I've never been on PS Now. I don't even know what PS. So I had a little look, and obviously, as soon as you pop in, they say, "Oh, you can now download the games." And obviously, it's got like Control in there. It's got some like newish third-party games, and the only first-party games I could see was like Knack, Killzone, and Bloodborne.
Okay.
And it's kind of like, other than the library itself, PS Now is basically the same as Game Pass. All they got to do is kind of merge it with PS Plus.
Yeah. See, I see
the price to like, I don't know, $14.99 or something, and be like, you don't get these 2 free games each month. You have access to PS Now. We start adding all PS4 games to it as well. We start adding some PS5 games, and it's essentially a competitive. Do you know what I mean? I don't know. Yeah. It's like quite easy for them. Because you're like, do they have an answer to Game Pass? I feel like they very easily could add it. You just
see. I see Game Pass is very superior to PS Now, because obviously, like I know what you're saying, they need to change it. But if PlayStation Now was like Game Pass, The Last of Us 2 would have dropped on it their release, and Ghost of Tsushima would have dropped it their release. Those games, like you say, there's not a lot of exclusives on there now. So I don't see the point of paying for PlayStation Now, but I do pay for Game Pass. So it's got like the Outer Worlds. The Outer Worlds, day one release is on Game Pass. Grounded, that's it's out now. It's on Game Pass. It's just I know they don't have as many exclusives at Microsoft, but the ones that they do, they get released day of onto Game Pass straight away. So
yeah, don't get me wrong. I'm not saying it's a better service.
Yeah, I know.
Not service. I'm saying the ecosystem and the service and the app is there. All we've got to do is add
they just need to like revamp it and make it
rebrand it, add it to PS Plus, make online a part of one subscription service. You get PS Now. These are more games on it, and it's essentially the same thing. That's what I'm saying. All they've got to do is add the games, rebrand it, and they very easily, next thing you know, I've got a thing, maybe not the same as Game Pass, because I don't think, personally, it's a good thing to put. okay, I guess I'm being very anti-consumer and I'm a consumer, so I guess I'm being anti myself. But I don't think it's a good thing for a company. Well, maybe it is. I don't know how much their money they're making from it, but like to put all your first party games on it.
Yeah.
If they did do that, fantastic. I'm subscribing to that and I'm getting all my first party PlayStation games. Brilliant, because I buy them all anyway.
I know what you mean, yeah. I see, because now I've got Game Pass, I would never buy an exclusive Xbox game. Like, I wouldn't buy it, because the way I see it is, I've got it on Game Pass, I'm just going to play it.
Yeah,
that's it. So
most people, I think most people will never buy a Microsoft first party game.
Yeah. So
it's some kind of torch. It's like a horror film movie.
It don't really work, is it?
Yeah.
There you go.
Good job we're not releasing the video version of this.
Yeah. People would shit themselves. But yeah, no, it's. I just don't know what they're going to do, and they really need to hurry up. And with all these leaks, they really need to hurry up and get the release date out there, get the price out there, just so people can start.
Well, I said there's no way we can make it to September or not know. But like you said, we're only 2 weeks away?
Yeah, exactly.
To the 31st. So yeah, I feel like in the next 2 weeks, I don't know. Yeah, you got to tell people soon. Come on, this is a bit much.
Yeah. And this goes for PlayStation as well. Like,
I'm saying both of them. They've got to just tell people.
They've got to do something. Yeah.
I don't care. Like, to be like, if Series X gets announced tomorrow, here's the pre-orders, here's this and that. Obviously, that doesn't affect me because I'm not going to pre-order it. I care about the PlayStation, but yeah, they both need to do it.
Yeah.
Soon.
Yeah.
And I want to see another state of play where they actually show like the actual system, like this for the PlayStation 5. I want to know what the system looks like, the menu, the AI. I want to know what they're going to do with like I just said. Maybe they're going to call it like PS Now Plus or something. I don't know what they call it. But they merge the two together. I don't know how it's going to work, but I want to know all these details. What's the price, the release date? This is the service with it. This is how online gaming's working now. Because obviously there's rumors that there's going to be free to play a game on the Xbox side, and then will PlayStation do that again? Do you know what I mean? So there's all these questions. It's like, hello, I don't think that will happen. I think it'll just be a part of a service. Yeah,
we just need we need more information on because it's going to be 2 months out and people still know. And then we know they're going to be expensive. People might not have the disposable income to just go out and drop, £400-600 on a console straight away. Let people know they can put some money, like start saving if they need to, because I know I'm not going to get it straight away anyway. But if it comes out and it's like £600, I ain't going to be able to afford to just go out and drop, £600 on a console. It's just they need to hurry up and start releasing some more information because it's getting a bit farcical now, really. You know what I mean? It's just it's a bit stupid, but I don't know. I don't really have anything else to say about it. It seems to be one bad, it's bad news after bad news for Microsoft at the minute. So
yeah. It's but like you said, is it going to impact them that much? Probably not. Because most people that wasn't going to buy a Series X at launch and just won't play Halo will probably play on the Xbox One. And people that want a Series X are still going to buy a Series X. Yeah. You know what I mean? So is it going to really impact them that much on the grand scheme? Probably not.
Yeah.
And all the people that were on the fence were probably going to go PlayStation anyway, because I guess I'm a bit biased, but to me, PlayStation is better.
Yeah. Yeah.
Although I am on the PlayStation side, I always look at Xbox like, please entice me. Like, why should I go over there?
Yeah.
They've never. Well, the closest they ever did it was obviously after the 360 and PS3. I was kind of like, oh, maybe I should switch. Obviously, 360 was so popular. Yeah, maybe Xbox One will be this one. And obviously, it was kind of like you said, it was a bit of a weird showing when they showed that with all the streaming services and the Connect and all that stuff, and then PlayStation kind of just killed it with their event. And I was like, I'm just PlayStation through and through, and I feel like I'm even more PlayStation after the PS4, which I think shows such the strength of their first parties. Like their first parties in this generation was so strong. I can't miss out on the next God of War. I can't miss out on the next Horizon. I can't miss out on the next Spider-Man. Ghost of Tsushima. Them alone, maybe even one of them alone, would be enough for me to pick that console.
Yeah. No, I completely get what you mean. Yeah, it's to be fair, I've only got an Xbox One because my mate sold it to me for like 80 quid. So that's the only reason I got one, because I was like, I don't want one. But yeah, it's you never know. Next week when we're doing our podcast, we might have all the release slate and
hopefully, I hope so. That'd be good.
And you would have it a PlayStation 5 pre-ordered already, and as
soon as I will. That's
and it'll get shipped to your Japanese address, and you never have it.
Imagine. I am really concerned about that. I was talking to a friend.
What happens if this is where all your parcels are going? They're going to Japan.
Maybe. No, I had these problems prior to the Japanese account, but I was like, I don't know what to do. Like, I might book the day for work.
Yeah.
If it gets delayed, obviously delivered during like a weekday. If it gets released during a weekday, then I'm going to have to book that day off work to make sure I get the delivery. Or I could play it safe, book a half day at work, get it delivered at work, so it needs to be delivered, and go home at like lunch.
Yeah.
I might do that.
Is that what you're saying about? You're concerned about, and you're talking to your mate at work about that?
Yeah, I was talking to my friend at work, and I wasn't sure which one to do.
Yeah.
I might do the work delivery one, potentially.
Yeah. So you're back in the office now, then, I take it?
Yeah, I've been in the office since, I don't know, 2 months now.
Okay.
Beginning of July, I think I went back. End of June. Yeah.
I'm still work from home, so my colleagues at work are my dogs. So
I've been back in the office for quite a while now. Everybody in the north is like in the office, but then it's like everybody in the south is still working from home.
South represent.
Everybody cares about the southerners.
Yeah.
But no one cares about the northerners.
Nah, because and
I'm kind of like, I'm southern too.
No, you're not. You're honorary northerner now. So
no. Funny enough, my friend who's also called Brad, he's also from Essex. So
sounds like a nice guy. Sounds like he knows what he's doing. So
Essex Brads, I know too many of them.
To be fair, I'm not from Essex.
I can't keep away from them apparently.
I'm not from Essex. I'm from Greater London. So
Greater fucking London. What?
Yeah, I live in a London borough, mate. All right. So,
do you?
Yeah.
Is it? You're an Essex boy.
So, because when I used to drive to my girlfriend's, it said "Welcome to Essex." When I drive home, it said "Welcome to the London Borough." So,
okay, you're from the streets.
Fine. Yeah, I can see Canary Wharf on my road. So this is
okay.
Essex. Greater London boy.
Londoner.
Yeah. But I just don't. It's just being a bit vague. I don't really want to. I'm not going to.
You're literally. I cannot see you anymore.
Yeah, I know. It's just my face. It's close.
You're just talking. Yeah, you're just talking eyeballs right now.
There you go. Look, if I move away, what?
Yeah, literally. There's no.
We've been recording it for a long time.
This is great audio listening, by the way. Going back and forth.
Us just pissing about because I'm sitting in a dark room. So on to our next topic. Segment. Sorry, it's this day in gaming, which is everyone's favourite. It's taken the podcast world by storm. Everyone loves it.
Yeah,
I've had
has he got his own jingle yet? Have you come up with his own jingle?
Yeah, it's this day in gaming. So yeah, sorry if that hurt anyone's ears. So that's my. That
was like Shaggy meets Scooby Doo meets.
That's like a serial killer Shaggy or something. Yeah.
Yeah. Scooby Doo having a stroke.
I won't do that again. It's
segment. It's the jingle.
Everyone loves it. I've had so many emails. I've had hundreds of emails from all our listeners saying they actually love it. That's a lie, by the way. This day in gaming. So in 2008, on the 19th of August, so not today when we're recording it, the day this gets released, this podcast gets released, Too Human for the Xbox 360 was released. And it was developed by a company called Silicon Knights, and it was a Norse mythology / cyberbotic warriors game. like kind of like it's like a first person, I think it's like a third person RPG. I remember playing a demo when it came out on 360, obviously years ago, and I thought it was really boring. So I never picked the game up. When it came out, it got mixed reviews. The Metacritic score was 65, and it was actually planned to be a trilogy, but only the first one got released. And it was actually in development from 1999 to its release in 2008. So about 9 years in development.
Wow,
it was going to go
that sounds like a nightmare.
It was going to go onto PlayStation 2, I think it was, and then it was going to go onto the GameCube, and then they kind of released it on the 360 as an exclusive. But then the developer Silicon Knights, which was a Canadian company, got embroiled in like a legal lawsuit with Epic and lost the case, and they had to file bankruptcy in 2014. I think it was. So they obviously never done the other games. So it just kind of failed.
They got dead, okay.
Yeah, so then they're no more now.
Never heard of this game.
But if you want it,
game?
Too Human. Yeah, and if you want it, well, say you want to pick it up, even though you ain't got a 360, you can pick it up on eBay for £2.94. And that's in
TOO, as in not like the number two. It's like
TOO, yeah, Too Human, yeah. So yeah, £2.94 on eBay if you want it, if you're interested. I can remember playing a demo. It was pretty boring. So.
Well, you're not selling it now, are you?
Yeah. Well, there's a reason it didn't get very good scores, and it was kind of a bit of a failure.
What was the score?
Metacritic 65.
Wow. Yeah.
So, yeah. But you won't be getting the other two, I'm afraid. So. I suppose that shows don't plan to make a trilogy, because if it's shit, you won't be able to. So,
well, it was published by Xbox Game Studio, so if they own the IP, maybe they'll bring it back.
Maybe, yeah, but I don't think there's much demand for it. You actually play as a guy. You play as the god Boulder, so you play as the annoying one from God of War on PlayStation.
Oh, really? Okay.
Yeah, so you play as him. So yeah, they're like kind of like Norse gods, but cyborgs, and they're in a war against Loki. Loki must be a right prick, because every TV film or game, he's always the bad.
He's got a mischief, isn't he? He's up to all sorts. Like, Loki.
I think he's a bit of a knob. But yeah, that's this week.
Loki's a knob. There's one good Loki.
I think his son, obviously Kratos' son is. Oh, spoiler.
Spoilers. Yeah, I was say not to spoil it.
Spoilers, Jesus, spoiler. Don't listen now if you haven't played God of War. Obviously, Kratos' son is Loki, and he's a bit of a prick as well. So
Oh, I like his son. Atreus is good.
No, not when he was getting all mood like, oh no, I'm gonna kill.
No, it's part of the journey. It's a father and son journey. No, it was good. He was a good companion. He was good with his little bow and arrow, and you could have the wolves come out and the owls. No, it was good. It was good. It's fun.
Well, that's this week's Too Human. That's Too Human. That's
this week's Too Human.
That's this week's This Day in Gaming. So yeah, and look forward to that jingle.
Too Human. Too robotic.
Look forward to that jingle next week as well. So yeah.
What can we? Is there an out jingle? What was the jingle again?
We should have a different outro jingle. It's going to be this week in gaming. So that's the outro one.
Unbelievable. So, yeah. Absolutely unbelievable.
I'm sorry.
So final segment before we kind of do socials and wrap up is what we've been playing and doing. So have you done anything other than Ghost and puzzles?
No, just Ghost. Downloaded Grounded. I've actually got it installed on my Xbox, and I'm going to play it. I'm going to play it with my brother.
So more empty promises.
He's into it. No, I will do it. I'll get around to it.
Fall Guys? You're going to do Fall Guys? You're going to play Fall Guys?
Do Fall Guys, yeah. We'll play Fall Guys, and then I'll try. This is a Brad Seeley guarantee. I think that's the first time I've ever said my surname on the podcast. Cut that out for me. That week.
Bradley Seeley.
That will try and finish Ghost of Tsushima by next week. Yeah, I'll try and get it done. So
CV special. That's what we're
and I have started. I did start watching the Umbrella Academy series 2. How's that going? Yeah. I only seen one episode, but I enjoyed it. Yeah, it was good.
Yeah.
So yeah, it was,
I've heard some people say it's good. I'm not saying I don't like the first series, but I thought it was a little bit odd.
I really liked
over
it.
the oddness.
Yeah.
And I never finished it, but I will. When I resubscribe to Netflix, I will give it a go.
Yeah, no, yeah, you should, give it a go. It's good. Good. Other than that, I haven't really watched anything. I don't think I haven't really, not really watched anything. Yeah, just played Ghost of Tsushima, watched that episode of that, and yeah, that's it really. Yeah. What about yourself?
In terms of video games, I beat Ghost of Tsushima. Just trying to get the plat now. Been playing Destiny lately. Like I said, it's the Solstice stuff at the moment, so that's kind of a bit of a grind. So I played that all weekend. It was really fun to jump back in, because when I don't play Destiny for a bit, it's kind of like you kind of forget, and then you play it again. You're like, wow, this is so fun to play. Like Bungie have just got something magic with their gunplay. Do you know what I mean? It's just something it just reminds me again why I really love this game whenever I don't play it for a bit. Other than that, I haven't played any other games. I've been watching that new anime. I've actually finished it now. I watched the first series called Demon Slayer.
Okay.
I highly recommend, and I think it's going to be a big show. Apparently it's really big in Japan. It's only been one season, and it's actually made by a Japanese studio called Aniplex. And Aniplex has been bought this year by Sony. Sony have got like a 97 stake because Sony want to get into the anime.
Okay. Yeah.
And they also greenlit for a Demon Slayer game to be made by the same studio that made Kakarot, Dragon Ball Kakarot, at the earlier year, which was CyberConnect 2, which is a big Japanese anime studio that makes games, and they're going to be making a Demon Slayer game. It's also a movie coming out this year, which I'm really looking forward to. It's really good. I highly, highly, highly recommend. It's kind of like samurai stuff. So you've got like a clan of like samurai, warriors with samurai, with katanas, sorry. But it's a bit more mystical. It's like fantasy. It's a bit more like they have powers and abilities, and it's like different breathing techniques. So you have like the water breathers, and they have like water abilities, and you have like I don't know. It's really good. It's a really good story. And you have these demons, a bit more like vampires, but they've got powers and things as well. But the actual fights are just like really epic. They're just it's a good watch.
I might give it a go. I just remembered something else I haven't watched actually. It's from a couple of years ago. It's called I don't know what channel it's on. I watch it on Sky. For the people in the UK, it's called Project Blue Book. It's about UFOs and that.
Okay, cool.
Yeah, it's kind of like a series. It's not documentaries. It's got the guy it's got Littlefinger in it from Game of Thrones. Aidan Gillen.
Great character.
Yeah. And the mayor from The Wire. So he's in it, and it's kind of like it's based on true events. So it's kind of like semi, fictional. But yeah, there's only 2 seasons, and I'm on the 2nd season now.
Do you believe in aliens?
Yeah, I think I do. Yeah. Well, I just don't think we can be the only people, the only life in the universe. When you think there's trillions of stars, and there's like millions or billions of, I don't know, I'm thick, so don't quote me on this, but there's like millions or billions of galaxies.
Just say a lot. Just use the word.
Yeah, each galaxy has trillions of stars, and each star's got planets. So yeah, I reckon there must be something. Yeah. But it's good. That's a good one. And completely off topic, I've got to fit a new ABS sensor to my car, so that's what I'll be doing.
Okay, well that's something to watch, isn't it? I suppose.
Yeah, that's going to be fun.
I agree with you about the aliens. They must exist. I don't think we've been in contact with them though, because
I don't know,
because of time and how time works. I think because of like light years and stuff. I think the amount of time light would take to go to a planet where there could be civilization, and the time it comes back, I think it would be so like prehistoric that the aliens wouldn't even realize that we even existed. Like, I think like the first signal that we actually like beamed out into space, like big enough signal, I think was like the Olympics during like when the Nazis had the Olympic Games. I think that was like the first thing. So the first thing that any aliens would ever see with us would be the Nazis. So it's kind of a good way to start our rep.
Yeah, no, definitely. I just speaking of that though, I did. My brother recommended a documentary on Netflix, and it's called Unacknowledged, and it's about this ain't turning into some sort of conspiracy alien podcast. Don't worry, everyone.
Well, I don't know. It seems to be what you watch these days. Nazis and aliens.
I didn't mention you brought Nazis up.
Oh.
There's this documentary called Unacknowledged, and it's only on Netflix actually over here until the 20th. So a few more days is coming off. But that's really good. It's really like, it makes you think. And that's like a documentary about UFOs and like technology that's being held back and everything. It's really,
have you heard all the Bob Lazar stuff? No, like on Joe Rogan podcast.
Yeah, I listened to Bob Lazar on Joe Rogan, but I haven't seen. I know there's a documentary on Netflix, so I haven't watched that one. I feel I'm going to have to stop listening to Joe Rogan because he kind of gets on my nerves now a little bit.
Oh, putting it out there on the public scene.
It's just like I only really listen. I don't listen to them all anyway, but I listen to the ones where it seems like people on there that I'm going to find interest in.
Of course,
but sometimes when you listen to it and it goes over to the next one, and you can't be bothered to turn it off. And he's got his comedian friends in, which none of them are funny. Like, I don't think Joe Rogan's a very good comedian.
Yeah, Bill Burr's funny. Bill Burr's
Bill Burr. I think he's the only one, and I like Joey Diaz, but. He just listening to it today, and he just keeps going, "Oh, he's a murderer. He's a murderer. He go out there and murder it. He murders it." And he just goes, "Shut up, you idiot! Why'd you keep saying murder? You're telling." Oh, no. I'm going off on a tangent now. It's just,
I know you are. I think it's cultures clashing. I think it's just American.
I think maybe
isms of them, but here's what it is. But aliens, they're real.
Yeah. So
lock your doors.
It's kind of gone,
aliens. Have you played Destroy All Humans? That got released recently.
No, I haven't played it. No, never played it years ago. But
I think we said this about before, didn't we? When we did it in the news, I played it, but I don't remember any of it.
Yeah,
I think it was about buying it. But
last week or the week before, I think it was.
Yeah.
The podcast's taken a strange turn at the end. Aliens, me not liking Joe Rogan all the time.
Yeah.
Not like Joe Rogan gives you shit. He's getting 100 million from Spotify. So, my opinion.
He's got a lot of listeners, and you still listen. You moan, but you're still going to listen.
I still listen, but like I say, I cherry pick the episodes. So
I think everybody does. I don't listen to all these episodes. I just listen to the ones like you said. I see who's on it. Yeah. I'm like, do I want to watch this? Do I not want to watch it? Sometimes there's people that I don't even know. And sometimes it might be a good one. I kind of see what the person does. There's a description of what they do.
Yeah, exactly.
It's something that I'm kind of interested in. I guess that's the news. I enrolled in a psychology degree course.
Really?
The weekend. Yeah.
Okay.
Go with my nutrition. So, yeah, it's another thing that I'm going to be doing. So, whenever it's something to do with like psychology and stuff like that, like I really like, or find it really interesting, is when, what's his name? Jordan Peterson, who's a clinical psychologist. I find him very fascinating guy when I listen to him and stuff like that. So whatever he's on there, I like to listen to them. Or like who's the neuroscientist? Is it Sam something? But anyway, there's another guy that I find quiet, and he has his own podcast. And Ricky Gervais was on it; it was quite good. But I can't remember what his name is.
Sam Harris.
Anyway. Yes, him. Once again, fascinating people. So very intelligent.
Yeah, no. Are you going to be too busy to do this podcast soon then?
No, it's a weekend thing. I've got excuses why I don't finish games. So I'll be like you.
Yeah,
be more like Brad.
Yeah, don't finish games. Yeah, be like me. Be like your hero, Brad from Greater London.
Exactly. Yeah. Greater London.
Yeah. Okay. Well,
anyway, let's round up the show.
Yeah.
Social time. Like and subscribe at whatever platform you want.
It really helps on YouTube if you watch it. If you like
you actually watch it.
Yeah. Well, it helps if you watch it. But if you do watch it on YouTube, please like and subscribe.
If you actually listen to it or watch it, consume it in any way you want. It's actually really helpful. And review.
Yeah. First off, listen to it, please. But if you do listen to it and you do like it, like and subscribe on YouTube.
Or you don't. Still give us 5 stars. Yeah, even if you don't care. We're not fussy.
Just give us a little bit of help. And if you'd listen to an Apple podcast, give us a nice 5-star review. That'd be great. If you want to we say every week, if you want to get in touch, any feedback, anything,
anything will help.
Yeah,
we want to grow. Maybe one day break on the full lights, and
Yeah, maybe light bulbs. Yeah, I need a light bulb.
Yeah, exactly.
For me,
we do like a Patreon campaign, free bread from the darkness.
Yeah, I'll turn the light on next week. So, for me, because I look at the stats, I'd like to know where people are actually listening from. I just think that'd be cool.
Well, we've got any more people from Virginia?
Well, I looked at this week, and our Virginian listeners I don't know if it's the same person or a few people, but it's 10 downloads in Virginia now. So shout out to our Virginians.
Virginians, is that what they're being called? They're all offended now.
Yeah, but
Virginians.
I don't know what people from Virginia would be called, but
just people, I suppose.
And everyone in the UK, it'd be cool to know where people are and whatever. Not like their address.
Is that feedback to Podbean? Is that feedback to our?
Yeah. So it goes back to Podbean. So wherever you listen. Like us and subscribe, please. Get in touch if you want any feedback or questions or whatnot. You can send it to a DM on Twitter at PTPlayerspod or Gmail. It's ptplayerspod@gmail.com, and we're on Facebook, which is the Part-Time Players Podcast. So any one of them, it'd be great to hear from our listeners. And like we say,
that'd be cool.
Yeah, we appreciate you actually listening.
I don't know how we're doing on Spotify and Google, because obviously we're on all these other platforms.
It doesn't show on Podbean. It shows the majority of our listeners listen on Apple Podcasts. Then it's Podbean.
Does it sync though? I don't know if it's sync.
I don't know. And then it's actual iTunes. We've got like 2% iTunes, and there's another one, FFmpeg. I don't know if that means YouTube or not. I don't know.
FFmpeg. Yeah, I don't know what that means.
So if you know what that means, let us know. And if you know how to get that trophy and Fallout, let us know. So, thanks for listening. If you do like it, tell a friend, because that's a good way of helping a podcast.
Although I think we're going to be on a new platform. We got an email. What was that? Was that Amazon?
Amazon. Prime? Yeah, we're going to be on Amazon. Yeah. So,
we're
going to be on Amazon. We're on Stitcher, Podbean, Google Play, obviously Spotify, YouTube, Apple. So anywhere really where you listen to your podcast, we're there. And thanks for listening.
Thanks for listening.
We're in double digits now.
Appreciate any support, anybody listening. Can't believe anybody's listening to us ramble on for 2 hours.
Yeah,
we're so grateful. And I hope you enjoyed the episode. I feel like we're improving each week. So cheers everybody, and on to episode 11 next week. Bye.
See you next week. Bye.